All right, Tavo, I'm in here with you as well now. Good to see you again. Yeah, looks like Jason's up 2. All right, so Todd Hill shaped his 6 ball out nicely here. Just got to work on getting back to his 8 ball. He might come across table to shape this 8 ball. He comes through. Really didn't end up where he wanted to be there, Tavo.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, back in business.
That's a nice bank shot.
Nice bank shot.
Sets up a long cut, but the distance makes it the cue ball 1 to shape the 10 pretty easily, I feel like. Just got to shoot off the end rail there, which is favorable but manageable. So he cuts that down the table. Doesn't quite get inside the pocket. He wouldn't like the shape on the 10 ball outside of the bank, I think, anyhow. So
Giving Jason Fick an opportunity at the table for.
yeah, Jason,
Oh man,
really good at making that shot look like that.
oh yeah.
So kind of
He makes
expected
it look
this
so
lead.
easy.
All right, so Jason just gonna drive this down to the corner pocket to make it 3-0 in a best of 7. Todd Hill with the Solano template rack there.
Now, do we say best of 7? Because I mean,
I
there's
did say best of 7 because that's what it is. It's 7 games, and
right, but best of 7 could also be um, translated as like
first to 7.
first to 4.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, no, all 7 games will be played in a round robin style format because between the 3 players, all the wins are tallied up as they go, and whoever has the most
Yeah.
wins will be the victor for the day. So it's really a game of skill and consistency today to come out on top. So not a bad break by Todd. He gets to look at the 1. What would you do here, Tavo?
Well, he's got a safety opportunity I think if he banks the 1 ball this direction, he can hide the cue ball maybe back here behind the 7. And this line's a little off, but the other thing he can do is maybe do a little separation safes on the 1 ball. Oop, my bad. I'll get used to these controls in a minute. Bear with me, folks. So he kind of. Oh, well, I'm not sure.
Well, yeah. If it doesn't go that way, then Jason will jump it. But I believe it's going to go. It's almost a bank shot at this point. Oh, it wasn't. He had enough of it to get all the way to the face of it.
Oh, watch out for the 7. No, he's clear.
Jason really ready to get that ball.
Oh yeah,
It didn't because he went down pretty quick from that transition.
He is going to work right now. Up 3-0 versus Todd. Todd looking for a chance back at the table to get something going here. There are some problems here. The 8-9 doesn't look, too fun.
Well, Jason's going to safety off his 5. I mean, I could see where he was going with that, 2 shots
Yeah.
ago, because of what you said about the 8-9. Had he got different cue ball movement, maybe he looked at something. He gave a full throw to the ball, but then didn't get anything out of it. So he had this plan in his back pocket, I think, the whole time.
That is the one thing that good players like Jason do really well is they have that foresight of I don't want to make too many balls if I can't run this out. Instead, do a containment safe, force your player to just shoot something they don't want to, knowing that there's problem balls to address later. And that forward thinking, that the ability to see 4 or 5 balls ahead is what puts the good players ahead of you know the other players. So
Yeah, it's not always about how many amazing shots how many hero shots you could justify, because sure, that looks good when it happens, but I think it's one of those things where it has to be more in alignment with
okay, Todd with a
getting the
nice little
correct
stroke
plays
shot.
out.
Oh, I wonder if he was going for a little bump on the 9 to pop it out a little more for a better shot.
Mhm.
Because getting from the 8 to the 9 is going to be a challenge.
Well, with the amount of separation you have between the 9 and the 10, though, you have opportunities to keep all in there. You have bank shot percentages off the 9.
True.
When you're down 3 racks, you can't afford to give Jason very many opportunities at the table, because he's going to safety you in some pretty vicious ways. And so if the percentages are realistic, you almost have to get through them and take the medicine, I feel like.
Do you think Jason will try to draw the cue ball in this direction to get a better look at the 9?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. He did, but very close.
Let's
So this
see.
is what I was trying to say earlier. The 8-9 was going to be the challenge in this rack, getting from the 8 to the 9 and then the 10. Jason with a really good effort trying to bump the 9 to make it to put it in a better position. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay.
Now, looking at this, what I'm seeing here, Tavo, is you cut the 9, but you can actually run into that 10 ball with the cue ball after cutting that 9 and reshape that or get some position of it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and even if he misses, he's gonna go exactly up to.
Ooh,
Oh, well, I was gonna say he's gonna go. If he misses, he's gonna go in this direction, and that's at least
yeah.
still see the 10 ball in this lower left pocket. But
Dang, we missed
unfortunate
that.
scratch.
And traditionally, you don't want to be shooting across the pocket, but because he's off the rail, it's pretty
Yeah.
manageable to go get to right here and just make this ball. Oh,
Oh,
and he played a little dangerous with it, but
he used the entire pocket for that shot. Jason Fick just moving right along with this match here.
round robin, they're playing 7 games. All games are going to be played because we're tallying up all those scores. So
Yeah. And that's why I was clarifying when you said best of 7, because technically this is best of 7 right now, but
yeah, yeah.
not technically. But so yeah,
No, I believe it was well stated, Tavo. Thank you for putting that information out there so that everyone understands exactly what we mean. Being consistently correct is a big part of doing clean commentary. Because we might miss the verbiage, but in here we don't miss the shot.
I'm gonna steal that one from you.
Oh,
Okay.
oof!
Oh
It's a good break.
man,
Dropped a ball, but dropped one extra ball that you don't want to drop.
I'll tell you what, those scratches on the break are, oh man, they're just brutal. Especially when you spread the balls out like this, and your opponent's gonna come to the table with a lot of good
Well,
opportunities.
the 1 to the 2 is this real battle here, and after that, it's getting to the 4. And I guess it's
Well,
getting to the 3 as well. So the traffic, the table looks very manageable, but it's actually got a lot of situations.
yeah. Okay. Maybe he's thinking of maybe banking the 2 ball over here.
Ooh,
Yeah, that would have
trying to
given
get a
him
little
a
safe out of it though.
yeah.
Now, I'm at the start of the stream, Tabo. The belt was on the table. The belt will be on the table again on the next stream, the final stream of the day. Now, you currently have had the belt at your house for a few months.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's a great conversational piece. I'll have friends over that don't know anything about Top of the Valley or oh, nice bank shot there by Jason. But they'll come over and not know anything about it, so I'll tell them how the belt ended up at the house, and it's been fun. It's been fun to you know have all the practice and all the effort that you put into the game result in
Ooh, what a jump shot by
oh my
Jason there.
gosh.
And he holds in a little bit of shape there. So, yeah,
But
so the
yeah,
belt.
it's been a kind of sort of for me a validation of all the effort that I've tried to put into the game, the passion I have for the game. So
Well, that's really good
um,
to hear. And it's a real leather belt. It weighs like 9 pounds, so it's not a light
yeah,
little deal.
no, it's a real deal.
And the big thing with it is no one owns it. You just get to place hold it until the next person wins, or
Yeah,
you defend it. And that's the thing. So,
exactly.
but here's the thing: is your name is on it now.
Yeah,
Because you sign the belt if you win the belt, and you're in that group. And so, congratulations on the spring season that you did so well. And that's going to lead
thank-
up to whoever wins this today signs the belt and holds the belt until later this month when Tavo will play whoever wins today in a final match to determine for the year who is the top of the valley.
well, I'll certainly have to make my preparations for that because it's not going to be easy.
No, it certainly will not, but that's competition in this sport.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason looking pretty
Jason,
manageable here. Come forward for this through this 8 ball. Oh, he
oh, he
got kind
went
of
that way
exotic
with
with that.
he did. He's left himself a little bit of an awkward shape here. He can still cut this and get around for the 10. Oh, look at that.
I thought he was going to be to the other side of it, but he's not. But where he's at, it's just fine. Kristen
He's thinking about
Sue
it.
has chimed in. Is that your partner, Tavo?
Yeah, my wife. Yeah. Oh, hey, Kristen. Glad you can join us. Jason Fick electing to cut this in the side, looks like.
Is
Oh,
he?
no.
That's going
He's
to
taking another look.
be a massive back cut to attempt that. I mean,
Yeah, he's really thinking about this one.
but you
Okay.
you know you got to worry about the scratch, and this is a pro am diamond, so those pockets are just a little bit larger, so you do have a higher percentage of bad things happening.
Exactly.
But he can over thin this and put some inside spin on it, and it'll keep it going across the table. But you got to watch the corner pocket, and
Oh,
and it doesn't fall
man.
in. Man, just
Todd,
leaves
Todd
leaves a
is,
little hanger for Todd,
yeah, I know Todd is thinking about. Oh, I was
and
just
he
gonna
follows it
say.
there.
I was just gonna say Todd is thinking about the last time he had a pocket in the jaws like this. He followed the cue ball in and probably thinking to himself he doesn't want to do that again, and then he does.
Now
Oh man,
I don't know about you, Todd, but when I look at those shots, he's just going to give it back, give it to Jason. Says, "All right."
yeah,
But when I look at those shots, I typically want to look at the difference of the rail separation. and I'm trying to impact the ball and the rail at the same time. So there's no way the ball
Hmm.
can scratch, at least in that pocket.
I agree, and I'm surprised Todd didn't walk over to the corner and look straight down at the ball just to get a sense of where he needs to send the cue ball. So maybe if he listens to this next time, uh, you know, it's always helpful to look at that from the top view and see exactly where that object ball is sitting. To
Yeah, Pete Frampton's jumped in the chat too. He says spot it, and that's the typical rule is if you scratch on the tin ball, the tin ball comes back up, and you have to spot it, and then the opponent has to hit that ball in. I like to make them spot it too because even the best can rattle that ball,
absolutely.
and we haven't seen anyone make anyone spot it today. Oftentimes amongst players we call that it's just giving the other player the respect,
Hmm.
but things happen, and if you don't
Yeah,
let them happen, they don't happen.
exactly. I think a lot of players look at it kind of like chess. In chess, you can resign when you know, you're going to be mated in 2 or 3 moves. So you just resign, which is similar to, I guess, what happens here when you just let your opponent have the game. Um, when you're playing with players of this, skill level and caliber, it can be a sign of respect. Like, hey, I respect your game enough to know that you're not going to miss this. But at the same time, like you said, anything can happen, and when it's a challenge like this, why not?
Yeah,
Like,
and in my brain, the reality of what happens there, oftentimes, Tavo, is that when you have a preemptive shot, whether you have the lead there or whether your opponent left the lead there, whatever it was, you get up and you look at that and you've assigned that outcome in your brain. And
mm,
so you've made no choices really because you were limited on choices as it was. You had two or three choices, maybe if you were lucky or fortunate, and then you work on that production from that point. But when you spot that 10 ball and you get that cue ball in your hand, your brain starts to think about things. And then you think
mm-hmm,
about outcomes and executions. And you've disrupted your standard shot pattern or your routine, so to say. And then you make a choice. But I think the important thing is after you make that choice is to step away for just a moment in your head and come back as if you were doing your standard shot because that's where those balls get rattles. That's where those ball and hand shots get missed. I feel like is that you just put it down there and went, "I've got this," and then you miss because of that.
well, I know it's happened to me a few times. Now Todd here with a good opportunity to get on the board here, and he's gonna hit this pretty good.
Yeah, and here Pete Frampton in the chat stepping up again. Todd's got these great shots, so we'll let him get through this. But I really like what he said there, which is respect for players is one thing, but respect yourself enough to not give up and make them
Hmm.
shoot that shot. And
Yeah,
I think that's a saying that we could all get on board with. He shot through that
yeah,
strong, but he got a good angle.
yeah, he did. Just barely missing the 10 to get good shape for the lower right pocket here. And there we
Drills it
go.
right to the center. So Todd gets on the
Good
board
job,
here. So
Todd. Getting on the board. That's 6 games,
yeah,
so one more game here in this challenge in this match,
we have one more after
and
this.
we'll wrap this one up and take a short break and go to the final match.
Yeah, I can kind of hear in the other room. I hear Todd. He said, "I got one." He had a few opportunities there we saw as well, and
Yeah,
just you got to stay consistent and be in the production of executing your shots well. And Jason's doing that really well as he typically does. And that's where you can see some of the differences in skill level.
well, definitely displaying his years of experience and um, putting in them full display here.
All right, so the final round between
Bit
these
of a
two,
dry
we get deal here, and I think we're going to see a push shot here. Tava, what do you think about that?
I would think so too. This is a pushable position.
And with the push shot, maybe you could in the first shot of the game, you can push the cue ball wherever you want, and your opponent can choose to keep it or give it back to you. What goes through your head typically in a push shot situation?
When I push, I usually try to put the ball in a position where I can hit it, and maybe I'll leave a jump shot sometimes because I know my opponent can't jump, so they'll give it back to me, and then I'll be able to jump it. Um, but when you're playing somebody like Jason Fick, I mean, he can get out of so many safeties, and even if he would have pushed in a kickable spot, I don't think Jason would have given it back. I think Jason would have tried to still hit it. Do you think?
Yeah, maybe so, or the high likelihood for sure. And that's the thing too of understanding, like especially a 10 ball. You're talking about putting yourself in a jump shot position off of a push shot, and understanding, or what I understand, or many players do, is that jump shot might be a safety jump shot. Even it might not even be a shot to a pocket. It's a
Yeah.
table control execution move,
Yes. Oh, and look at this. Todd with a counter safe.
and being able to do every aspect of the game, jump or whatever it may be, at the same level as your opponent or better, really comes into play at that point.
Yes, it does. Jason might have a little, oh, he's going to say a little bit around this ball. Oh, and
He
nails
makes
it.
it.
Wow. What a great shot.
That
And
is
he's
the
got,
two up there where he's at. So he's probably going to have to bank that. I mean, it looks like it is cuttable, but it looks like maybe he called the bank there. Or no, Todd's up. Oh, sorry. I guess he wasn't trying to make that ball. Okay.
oh,
It looked purposeful to me, but he
it
says no,
did.
that wasn't for me. Todd
Oh,
tried
and
the bank, but got a two-way shot out of it where he was able to keep it safe. You can see the kick shot from Jason, I
uh,
would assume, here, Tavo. What do you think?
yeah, I think I like this kick here. So I think if you make the two, I think you get to see the three, even though the five ball is in traffic. Yep, just like that. Good shot, Jason.
And I just kind of roll up off of this hit. Don't hit it
Yeah.
too hard. Oh, he
Oh,
decided
he
just to
floated
use
it.
the table
Yep.
and float it. Okay.
Stuns it over for
Let's get
perfect
dangerous, though.
play.
If that rolls too much, that six is in the way, then. He's got a draw shot to the five unless he wants to go forward with it.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of bumped the 10 a little there. He's going to call it a
Oh,
foul.
he's.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Very distinguished of him.
Absolutely.
All right, now Todd trying to put a number two on the scoreboard here.
I'm not happy about that 8-9 transition, but it's
Yeah,
manageable. Drives out good shape on the six. Now, you think he's going to come out use that long rail there to shape over for the 7 ball? Because he does have a little bit of angle there.
I think if you follow, you
Yeah,
can bounce
follow.
off here.
Absolutely.
And then,
Yep.
oh,
Oh,
it was heading there.
that's what I was talking about. But
Oh, and
he
he's gonna
gets
get a
away with it
little.
again. Jason's
He's
going to
got a
start
couple.
shaking his head.
Yeah, that nine is in a really funny spot.
Yeah. This is something we talked about a couple weeks ago too when you were here, Tavo, as well. Is when you're going to do the shot like every other shot. Don't we're not attempting, we're not going for anything. We're executing another pull shot. And whether we get it or not, we learn faster, I feel.
I think this is the zone you want to be in for the nine. So it's a little bigger than I thought, but hmm, Jason executes a good kick there.
Yeah, you got good contact.
Oh, and
No, I think with Todd cutting the six to the corner likely, do you think the nine's going to come into play? Use that nine to get shape on
yeah,
the eight, move the nine out towards the
now
side pocket if you can.
exactly right. Just like that.
He
And
really
gets the
got to
nine
put
out of
power
trouble.
into it, but
Opens up, but man, just
I don't
Did
feel like it
not
needed
get where he
that
wanted on
much.
the 7.
Yeah. But maybe he was trying to overspin and shape that 7 ball.
Now, he does have a safe. Maybe something like this.
I don't think he's going to go for safe here. I think he's just going to go for the
He's
bank.
going to go for it. Oh, and
He's
he's
not
going to get
gonna
another roll.
get it, but he
Sure
got
did.
another roll in his favor. He sure did.
Oh, man, look at this.
Ooh.
All right. Now, Jason's good enough that he might try to masse this because it's so close to the corner pocket there that, I mean, all he has to do is just curve around this 9 a little bit.
Yeah, I think playing it safe might be in his best interest though here. If he has an angle to feel comfortable with that safe though.
I would risk the masse only because it'll give me shape on the 8.
No, he's kicking
he's
at it.
kicking it the other way. I love
Okay.
watching Jason play. I learn a lot from his decisions, and it's just.
Well, no, yeah,
It's
Todd. No, Todd has an angle to make the 7 inside. It's just a matter of does he get around to shape that 8 ball.
Don't do anything too fancy. Oh, he's gonna get good.
That's not bad at all. A little thin on the angle though, so he's got to make some pretty concrete choices for the shape on the 9.
I think he just stunned it a little bit this way. Oh no!
Watch the pocket. Watch
No.
the pocket.
Oh
Ooh.
man, that was close.
All right, so he's going to cut this in. Speed control, missed the pocket, 2-rail shape for the 10. I think he was concentrating so much on the missing the scratch that he might have missed the angle.
Yeah, it leaves Jason pretty good here.
Yeah, he's going to come forward off the rail, spin shape to the 10, just like that. It's a nice touch stroke that he put on that.
Yeah.
Just a nice back cut here.
All right, Jason Fick.
Yeah, and that's going to
Taking it
bring
down
up
6-1.
here next will be Jason Fick versus Darren Morgan for the final match.
What's the tally, Greg? Do we have a tally of?
We do have a tally right now, and it looks like it's Jason 6. Oh well, we know it's Jason 6, Todd 1, but I think Todd has 4, and Jason obviously has 6, and Darren has 4.
Okay.
So Darren really has to come in and dominate against Jason Fick to capitalize and take top of the valley.
Oh,
and
look
then
at
they're
this.
putting the belts on the table there, getting ready for the next match. We're going to end this stream.
Excellent.
We want to thank Salato and all the other